John Lennon, a staunch opponent of war, with his farewell song, Here's Why He and the Beatles Still Matter. John Lennon is the only member of the Beatles who has never been afraid to speak out against political issues. As he stated in the song Revolution, he was vehemently opposed to the Vietnam War, but he was also leery of violent protesters and their tactics. You claim that you want a revolution. Well, you know that we all want to alter the world. Nevertheless, when you talk of destruction, don't you know that you can count me out, in? Together with Yoko, he participated in bed-ins for peace that lasted for an entire week in Amsterdam and Montreal. Imagine was one of his most famous songs, and in it, he urged the world to get past war. Imagine there are no nations on earth, this should not be too difficult. Nothing worth killing or dying for, and there is no religion, either. Imagine every person in the world leading a happy, peaceful life. Not to mention the fact that he penned the book Give Peace a Chance. Paul McCartney held political beliefs, although he only infrequently used them in his songs. For instance, the allegory Blackbird is about the struggles for civil rights in the United States of America, but it is very subtle. As you are presumably aware, the reason I bring this up is because the final Beatles song, which is based on Lennon's lyrics and piano, is being released today. A few years before his untimely death in 1980, John Lennon recorded the song Now and Then on a tape. The song was released posthumously. The cassette had a label that read, For Paul. It was delivered to McCartney by Yoko Ono in the year 1994. The three surviving Beatles were able to produce and distribute 2 songs based on the cassette. Real Love, which I thought was amazing, and Free as a Bird were the songs that were released. On the 3rd song, they gave it a shot, but the quality was simply too poor. It was trash in George Harrison's opinion. And it wasn't resurrected until quite recently, when the technology that producer Peter Jackson was using made it possible to separate the vocals. McCartney remarked that the sound of John's voice had come through loud and clear. It stirs up a lot of feelings. It's an authentic Beatles recording, with all of us playing instruments on it. To still be working on Beatles music in 2023, and to be on the verge of releasing a new song that the public hasn't heard before is something that I believe to be quite thrilling. That is a significant understatement. Ringo Starr stated that it was the closest we'll ever come to having him back in the room, so needless to say, it was an extremely emotional moment for all of us. It was just like John was there, if you know what I mean. It is really remote, additionally cool. Yesterday, while watching a YouTube documentary, I caught a glimpse of it, and what I did hear left a positive impression on me. To begin, there was John's vocal, which was powerful, resonant, and so heartbreakingly recognizable. After that, Paul and Ringo contributed bass and drums, as well as an amped-up rendition of George's guitar solo.